Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance. In today's video, I'm going to see how many of you I can take down memory lane. I was on eBay looking at some vintage Klein stuff. I bought one thing that I had no idea was even a thing. And then I had to pick up these screwdrivers. So I picked these up as new old stock, and that's why I got these. I got a three-piece set of some square drivers for $30, and I had to get these because these are the exact same screwdrivers whenever I first started kind of doing work where I was actually making money for actually doing my work, not just doing stuff at my house and all those kinds of things. These were some of the very first screwdrivers I used to run. I don't have my original ones anymore, and I saw these. And with that, I don't even know when these were made. I don't know if it was like 80s, 90s, something like that, because whenever I got them, they weren't new. I didn't go buy them at the store. It was just some of those that I got from somebody. So Klein's newer screwdrivers all have that rubber grip, and then the Klein tools is kind of like raised up on there like that. And then the backside has some of the lettering for what that actual screwdriver does. Like this is the combo screwdriver right there. Well, the older version still has kind of that same type of handle, but it's definitely a totally different finish. Like this is a little bit like grippier almost, where this is a little bit more slick. They look very similar. They both still say made in the USA right there, but they do have a little bit of a different feel. Like this one's a little bit slicker. You can almost see the coloring difference. Like this is a lot more shiny or black. But the biggest difference was that right there. Whenever I saw these and I saw how like pristine that was, I was like, man, I've got to buy these. So this is the number 2, the 662 number 2 USA. And then instead of the lettering on the back side where you actually can see what it is, they're all color coded. So that's a red for your square number 2. And then your yellow is that square number 0, 660. And then there's the Klein Tools ink. And then the lettering even changes based upon the handle size as far as the font size that you see there as well. And then here is the number 1, and that is green, Klein Tools 661B number 1 square. You can kind of see that tip right there. The shafts are like almost blackout, like all black too as well, versus instead of that chrome right there that you can see. Other than that, the size of the handles and the grips and all those are very similar. They didn't change that very much over the years, but the biggest difference is that lettering and then kind of almost the feel. It's a little bit different feel. I still like the feel of these. I like both of them. But again, I used to run these back whenever I first started doing work. This one has that wire bender on it as well, that square number 0, so that if you're making up receptacles or something like that. So again, I got a 3-piece set, square 2, square 0, and square number 1. I'm not going to run these in bags or anything like that. This is a nostalgic buy for me because I didn't think I'd probably find any of these that had that kind of lettering on them in that good a shape. So I definitely wanted to pick those up. So those screwdrivers are the first vintage thing that I picked up. Let me know in the comments below if you guys used to run those. And do you prefer old Klein handles or the newer Klein handles? Drop that in the comments below as well. Well, this right here, I think it was a 1976 is what the listing said the date was for these cards. I don't know if it's actually wrote on here somewhere or not. Maybe we'll see that in a minute. But it's Klein Tools as far as it's a deck of cards, bridge right here, made in the USA. There's kind of your standard deck type look. And these are actually still sealed in the package, like still in the shrink wrap and the whole 9 yards. There's the Joker right there. I bought these for I'm a lover of all Klein type thing, but I'm also going to use these. I think I'm going to use these in some giveaways. So during the lives, whenever I do giveaways, I usually ask questions and then see who answers first. And then I think I'm going to use them and we're going to play high-low, and you have to beat me in order to win those tools. So I might do that before too long as well. I probably shouldn't have opened these because it's a classic thing, but I didn't buy them to not open them. I'm not going to resell them someday. So again, there's all your cards. Pretty much pristine condition. There's that outside Klein Tools. You've got the lineman pliers, hammer, looks like a hacksaw, screwdriver. Let's see, big pair of lineman type pliers as well. Then also some tongue and groove pliers in there. They all look the same. So got me some Klein vintage 1976 deck of cards. I think I got these for like $10, $12 or something like that. And then I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to use these in some giveaways, I think, to play a little game during the lives. And then also I picked up these screwdrivers. But I thought I'd just share them with you guys to see if I could take you down memory lane as well. I don't know how many of you might have ran these screwdrivers. I remember looking down in my pouches and seeing the red and the green down inside of there instead of the actual lettering. Now, I do prefer the lettering for sure over just having some colors like that. But again, just curious to see how many of you might have ran these back in the day. And then also maybe some of you actually had these Klein cards. I'd be interested to know that. I had no idea that those things existed. I was just searching Klein vintage on eBay, saw that and I thought I'd pick those up. But hopefully this video was interesting in some way. Let me know in the comments below. As always, you guys stay safe. Have a blessed day. I'll see you on the next video.